had done a composers series. One of the composers was Narayana theerthar, and quite a few of you did not seem to know about him at all. So today I am going to be doing a tutorial on one of his very famous compositions, and I am sure all of you will jump with joy when you hear which composition it is. Yes, it is the most famous of Narayana Tirtha's composition, Govardhana Giridhara in the Ragam Darbari Kanada. Today I am going to be explaining what Darbari Kanada is, how it is played, and then the song is sitting over it, how you play the kirtane. That is going to be our tutorial for today. So let's go and see. Darbari Kanada's origin is, it is a janyam of the 20th Melakarta Ragam Nata Bhairavi. Unlike Kanada, there is a confusion whether Kanada is also Darbari Kanada or whether both of them have the same janyam from the same Melakarta Ragam. No. Whereas Kanada is a janyam of the 22nd Melakarta Karahara Priya. Darbari Kanada is a janyam of the 20th Melakarta Nata Bhairavi. So Nata Bhairavi goes like this: Sa, Re 2, Ga 2, Ma 1, Pa, Da 1, Mi 2, Sa. So the names for these swarams will be Shadjamam, Chatushruti Rishabam, Sadharana Gandharam, Suddha Madhyamam, Panchamam, Suddha Daivatam, Kaishiki Nishadam, Shadjamam. That is the Nata Bhairavi, 20th Melakarta. So Darbari Kanada goes as a janyam of Nata Bhairavi. Whereas Kanada goes with Karahara Priya, with the only difference between Karahara Priya and Nata Bhairavi being the Daivatam. The Nata Bhairavi has a Suddha Daivatam, Karahara Priya has got a Chatushruti Daivatam. So Kanada will go like this. Da2. Can you hear the Da2, the Chatushruti Daivatam? Whereas Darbari Kanada will go Da 1, Sa Da Ni Pa Ma Pa Ga Ma Re Sa, Sa Re 2, Ga Ma, Ga 2, Ma 1, Pa Da Ni Sa. On the Veena, how do you handle Darbari Kanada? The pushes, it is mostly to do with the push, the way you push the Ga, just hold the string a little medium tightness, gentle strike. The strike should not be harsh for Darbari Kanada. That is a very clear no. A harsh strike will make Darbari Kanada a little more energetic, excited, and that is not the flavor of the Ragam. The Ragam goes a little more gentle, more heavy on the emotional gentleness. Once again the Da. Press the string a little hard and push it slightly behind. Don't give it a sharp push. It has to be a very small push. The string has to be just pushed a little bit away from you. Ni sa, sa da ni. Come directly to Da, and from Da you strike again and go to Ni, Pa, Ma, Pa, plain, Ga, Ma, Re, Sa. This Ga, Ma, Re, Sa is the only thing that is common between Kannada and Darbari Kanada. Everything that is happening beyond Panchamam is very different for both the Ragams. That you must be very clear about. Once again I play the Arohanam Avrohanam of Darbari Kanada. So I played the entire Nata Bhairavi, all these 7 notes of Nata Bhairavi for the Arohanam. In some places you might be seeing the Arohanam given like this. Sariga Samapada Nisa. That is also fine. At the end of the day, the flavor of the Ragam is retained by the Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Pa Ma Pa Ga Ma Re Ni Sa. So Darbari Kanada has very distinct phrases that keep coming in all of its compositions. So that I will be telling later. Again the Arohanam. I'm singing it as ni pa. How do you play? Just shake the knee 2-3 times. Ni pa. Pa flat. Ga to ma connect. Re. Mi. Sa. Go to the second string, and from sa you take the ni. Kaishiki nishadam. The reason why I am spending so much time with the Arohanam is the pre-preparation for a song is the understanding of the Ragam really well. The understanding of the flow, the phrases of the Ragam, how the Ragam sounds, how on the Veena you play the notes of the Arohanam. This is the most important pre-preparation that has to be done whenever you are going on to learn a composition in a raga that is very new to you. Now, I have given the Arohanam for you, but there are some places where you can play the Avarohanam. Sa ni pa ma ga ma re sa. That is also Darbari Kanada. That sa ni pa ma ga ma re sa also happens to be Kannada Ragam's Avarohanam. It also fits very well with the phrasing of the Darbari Kanada, because if you notice there is no Daivatam in that Avarohanam. Only if the Daivatam comes into the picture, then there is a clash between Kannada and Darbari Kanada, because Darbari Kanada, like I said, has a Suddha Daivatam and Kannada has a Chatushruti Daivatam. But when you don't have the Daivatam is taken out of the picture and this kind of phrase is played, both of them are the same. You can also play sa da re pa ma ga ma re ni sa, where we are knocking off the mapa. Ma pa ga ma re ni sa. Sa da re pa ma ga ne. Sa da re pa ga ma re sa. So do you see, these are the clear phrases of Darbari Kanada. Now let's go to the song. For those of you who are new to my channel, you must visit the first video of Vatapi Ganapatim Bhajeham tutorial, because there I have very clearly explained how you approach a Kirtana at the very first outset. You should write down the very first Sangati very clearly, get to know which of the parts of the Sahityam are connected to which of the notes. So notes in Sahityam happen to be very important pointers that one has to really concentrate on if you want the song to flow, if you want the Talam to be perfect, and if you want to feel the emotion of the meaning that the song is trying to convey. So there are quite a few parameters here that need to fall in place when you play a Kirtana. So on the screen, on the monitor, you are going to be having the notes and the Sahityam plays. So please see that you follow the exact points where each one of these parts of these Sahityams fall, so that your Talam does not go out of place. So the Kirtana itself is not on Sama. It is after two notes. That is Kala Eduthu. Govardhana Giridhara Govinda Gokula Palaka Paramananda Govardhana Giridhara. So if you see, when I said Kala Eduthu, on the notation here you will notice that the song starts after two matras. So when you start the Kirtana, you remember the word taka. Taka. Govardhana Giridhara. Dhara is coming on the fifth beat. Dhara. Seventh beat, you beat two notes you are leaving and say Govinda. Again, when you go to the next line, you automatically leave those two notes and start off Gokula Palaka Paramananda. So if you follow on the first, fifth, seventh beat of the Adi Talam, which part of the Sahityam is falling, you follow that format very clearly, your Talam will never get missed. That seems to be the major problem with many of you students, that I can play Kirtanas but Talam doesn't fall in place. You follow this format and your Talam will never go out of place. Govardhana Giridhara Nisa Nipa Magaga Maresa Nisa Nipa. Now, which are another important thing is, wherever you have an akaram in your that part of the Sahityam, try to keep it silent. Go. That O is an akaram. Nisa, go, var. Var also nipa. Nisa, nipa. Nisa one strike, nipa one strike. Dhana. Maga, gama is what the notation I'm giving for dhana. Now, how do you play the maga, gama? You go silent ga, strike ma, silent ga. Immediately you strike gama over that silent ga. Ma ga ga ma. Again the gama is also in one strike. Giri, re sa, da, ra, re, re. Once again. Govinda. Half of the seventh beat, eighth beat, and half of the first beat will be Govinda. I told you Darbari Kanada needs nice, sweet pushes. It can't be too heavy, the finger can't be too heavy on the string, it has to have a medium pressure on the string and a light push with a gentle strike. That is how the Gandharam needs to be handled to get the Govinda. Look at that bhakti that pours out from the Gandharam, the Sadharana Gandharam. The way you extract it, it will be like this. Sa, Re, you strike Re again and slowly push it into Ga. Gokula Palaka. Gama Re Re will be Gokula. Gama again one strike. Re Re, two strikes in the Jandavarase format. Because it is to the corner of the fretboard, you can do Re Re like this. First Re in Re, second Re coming from the Suddha Rishabham, but without the Suddha Rishabham being heard, you have to be quite fast in bringing the Re. Gokula Palaka Ni Sari Sa Sa. You can say Sa Ni Sari Sa Sa. That will be one strike, Sa Ni. Sari one strike. Palaka. In fact, Sani Sari should be one strike. Pa, the Pa is carrying over through all those four notes, so you play it in one strike. Paramananda. Ma, 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 pa. Since there are three, anywhere you have two and more of one particular note, it falls into the Jande format. Need not necessarily be, because sometimes Sahityams may not want the Jande format. They may want the oscillatory format for a Jande based phrase. So this is a discretion that students will have to learn to use by listening to what the song is trying to convey, whether you want the Jande format or you want the oscillatory format for repetitive notes. I am using the Jande format. First Ma is coming from Re, second Ma is played plain in Ma, third Ma I am doing Jande. Ma, 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 pa, paramanand. Ma ma pa ni sa in one strike. Da. So that was Paramananda. The ma, first ma going from Ri, second ma in ma, third ma is a Jandavarasai, and then pa, followed by a mapa nisa in one strike. It covers that Paramananda. Now let's play this Sahityam once again. Then we'll do one more simple Sagati for this. Instead of going Govardhana Giridhara from Nisa, we'll do from Pa. Because it's a mountain, we'll lift it. Govardhana. So conceptually, you're looking at the song, the meaning that is conveyed by the song. It is talking about him lifting the Govardhana mountain. So we'll take the notes also in such a way that it depicts that lifting aspect. So how do you do that? From Pa to Sa, when you connect. So that was the only change I made from the first line. Instead of Nisa Nipa, I have done Pasa Nipa. So Pasa one strike, Nipa one strike, Maga Gama, like I told you earlier, Maga one strike, Gama immediately struck after that Maga. Giri, Risa, Giri. Now Govinda will do Govinda. Sa re pa ga. Sa re pa one strike. Ga coming from ma. Strike ma and go to ga. I hope you understood this. When I say sa re pa ga in the notation, you cannot take it as it is. If you take it as it is in the notation, then you will play it like this. Govinda. The ga will come and fall very bluntly. But you need to bring it gently. In order to glide down to the ga, you will have to bring the ga from ma. Kula palaka. So we keep that portion of the song the same. So we have played two Sangatis for the Pallavi. That should be enough, because the other Pallavi, Govardhana Giridhara, those things will require a little more complicated understanding of the Talam and how you do. Those of you who are in a little bit of an advanced stage can play this for Govardhana Giridhara. Govardhana Giridhara. Govinda Sari Re Pa Ga Govinda. So I have left it now to you students to decipher what I have done in the third Sangati and try and play it. If possible, any of you who have gotten these notes for what I played for the third Sangati, please post it in the comment section for the sake of others to also understand. Why I have done this is because I want students to slowly start learning to listen to the Kirtane and find out how the notes or what notes are being played in order to extract a kind of Sangati. So now we'll go into the Anupallavi. Again, Anupallavi starts after two matras in the first beat. So, Taka, Shri Vatsankita, Shri Kaustubhadhara, Pavaka Bhayara, Pahi Mukunda, Pavaka Bhayara, Pahi Mukunda, Govardhana Giridhara. Can you see how soulful? It is a combination of both the Ragam as well as the Sahityam, along with, of course, the way the notes are flowing. Ma ma pa da da. Ma ma. The first ma is coming from Re. Second ma you play it like a jandai because there are repetitive notes. Ma ma. Shivat sang. It comes on pa. The sang is on pa. Strike it. Gita. Now that is in da. Again repetitive notes of two das. This time you're not going to play it as Jandavarasi, you're going to push it inside and play it in an oscillatory mode. Just like how you played the Gandharam in Govinda, Sariga, medium pressure on the string, slight push behind with a gentle strike, no harsh strike. The da is in an oscillatory mode. When I say oscillatory mode, going back and forth. And it's being pushed from Panchamam. Once again. Shri Kaustubhadhara Mapada Shri Kaus. See, whenever I come to the, I become very conscious. You have to become very conscious how you handle the da. That is all that will make your song soulful. That's a soulful song that is. Otherwise, it's going to, fall apart. The Darbari Kanada itself will fall apart if the Gandharam and Daivatam are not handled in the way I've been explaining all throughout. Nisa sa ni in one strike, and that has to go like this. It is two strike actually. Nisa one strike and Sani one strike. And back to back, there's no pause here. Dara sa sa. Shri Kaustubhadhara Pavaka Bhayahara Re 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 sa re ga. Watch this. Now, first re is going from sa, second re in re itself, third re is a jandai. Jandai can be played with split fingers or by dashing it from the previous note. Pavaka Bhayahara. Risa is Bhayahara. Risa is a connect, which means two strikes in re. Re ga, again two strikes, one for re and one to go into ga. The push into ga, please remember how to handle it. Again. Pahi Mukunda. Gama re re. That was Gama re was Pahi. Re sa ni sa re sa is Mukunda. Re one strike, sa ni sa re one strike because it's going in total akaram. That sa ni sa re, all four notes are going in akaram. So you'll say the last sa you strike. Mukunda, three strikes. Pavaka Risariga Bhayahara. Krishna, please come and remove the fears of all the good people around who are praying for you. Riga, look at the connect. Riga. Gama, re, gama one strike, re one strike. Pahi. Re, sa, re, sa, re, sa. Once again the same line. I talked about the re, I told the first re goes from sa. The second time when you're playing, you can take the re from pa, because here we are talking about something very tall. Krishna is a tall figure who is guiding and helping people to take away their fears, to bless them with all the boons that they want. So that tall, that thing that can be brought on the Veena by dragging the note from a far off place. In this case, for re, I'm going from pa. Pavaka, re sa re ga, re to sa, re to ga, connect. Just one Sangati for the Anupallavi. Again, like I told, I'm keeping it as simple. Get used to Darbari Kanada, and we can possibly discuss how many more Sangatis can be added. And I'm also trying to here ask the advanced students to post their other Sangatis that they have tried or that they know of in the comment sections. Once again, Anupallavi, and we go back to Pallavi. Here, one more small addition I'm giving. Bayahara is what we did first time. Now you can say Bayahara. Instead of saying Risa Riga, you'll say Risa Ripaga. Rest of it is the same. We can call Govinda in different formats. Govinda, 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 Govinda. Gokula Palaka is the same like what I told you in the Pallavi. Now we go to the Charana. Patita Sura Ripo Padapa Brinda Pavana Charita Paramrita Kanda Patita Sura Ripu Padapa Brinda Pavana Charita Paramrita Kanda Natya Rasotkata Nana Bharana Narayana Achita Charana Narayana Tatita Charana Govardhana Giridhara. When you keep the Sahityans simple, you should compensate it with the way you play, with the way you handle the notes, so that the Bhakti Bhavam, at the end of it, the Bhakti Bhavam is what you're showing rather than possibly a technical superiority. Such ragams like Darbari Kanada will really emphasize that Bhakti Bhavam if you handle the notes correctly. Patita Sura Ripo Papa Pa Magaga Marisa. Here also again, start with after two notes. Patita Sura Ripo Pada Pabinda Pavana Charita Paramrita Kanda. The reason why I am putting the talam and showing you is I want you to relate the notes with the sahityam, the points in the sahityam. Once again you have the repetitive notes of pa. So first pa is coming from re, second pa in pa, third pa is a general say, whichever way you do the split finger or you take the pa from the previous note. But when you're taking it from the previous note, like in this case, the Pratimadhyamam, see to it that the Pratimadhyamam is not heard. You have to move very fast. Suraripo Magagama Risa. We played this Magagama many times now, so it should be quite simple. Maga, one strike, immediately a Gama, another strike. Risa Suraripo Padapa Brinda. Go to the second string. Re, sa, ni, sa. Re, you can play it like you're playing giri. Sa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, one strike and sa, one strike. Re, sa, ni, sa, pa, da, pa, da, re, ga. Once again this line. If you do not want to jump to the first string immediately after the pa, the pa, you can do it on the second string also. A good flavor, a different tonal effect. So do it on the second string. Pavana charita Gama re re pavana. Gama one strike, re re one more strike. Janmashtami for the re. Pavana charita. We've done many of these phrases are coming as a repetition. These are phrases that bring out Darbari Kanada also. So re, sa, ni, sa, re, sa. Jiva prayogas. Re one strike, sa, ni, sa, re one strike, sa. Pavana charita Gama re 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 sa ni sa re sa Paramrita kanda Mama mama pa da ri pa. The last minute, nick of the moment they say ni pa has to be added. Mama mama. Again use those Janmashtami prayogas intelligently. Paramrita kan will be on pa. The pushed from pa, and then ni pa in that same strike that you pushed the da, wait for a little while and then do the ni pa. I'll play the charanam once again. Now the next line that comes is almost similar to what you played in the Pallavi, the tune wise. Sahityam is different. Natya rasotata nana bharana ma 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 pa da da. Again ma ma ma. First ma from re, second ma in ma, third ma Janmashtami. Ma 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 pa. Strike the pa, and from pa you strike and push into the. Da da. Natya rasokata nana bharana nama pada nana bharana nisa ni nisa nisa ni ni, all in one strike. And the last sa in one strike. Now what does that mean? Bharana. Ni. Sani ni is one strike. Sorry. Ni, sa, ni, sa. That is Bharana. Once again. Narayana Tirtha Chita Charana Re sa re ga. Take the re from pa, first re. Re sa, double strike in re to do the re sa, and re ga one strike. This was Narayana Tirtha Chita Charana Archita Charana Archita Charana Gama re re, Gama one strike, re re, Jandavar side. Charana Ni sari sa, take the ni from sa, one strike, sari one strike, and sa one strike. Charana again. We'll have one more Sangati for this. Narayana Tirtha Chita Charana. So you take the Ti to Pa. Ta Chita Charana. Re Pa, when you do, drop down to Ma. Tar Chita will be the same, Gama Re Re. Once again. Rest of them are all the same. Just that instead of Riga, you're going to Ripama. Govardhana Giridhara. So in this tutorial, I'm actually leaving behind a little bit of homework from those of you who can do it. Make some more Sangatis and please post it online for the benefit of other students. I hope you enjoy the melody and the bhakti that is coming out of this Kirtana. Continue playing, continue practicing, and continue learning. Thank you.